Oh, it's coming close.
Hello. I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Eliza.
And we're the Tassie Stitchers.
Yes, we are.
We are.
And we're located in Tasmania, Australia.
How about that? Welcome to our FlossTube. It has been a little while. So our last one was on the 6th of November. We've had a few things going on, so we're a little bit behind.
We have. So this will be, for me, just really a November catch-up with a few little bits of December, but not much. And Carolyn's got a bit of everything. But that's okay. I just couldn't bring everything today. Wouldn't fit in my basket.
That's okay.
So, if you're new to our channel, thank you for joining in. We hope you like what you see. Welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I just ask why. But thank you for coming back. So we're just going to start.
Yep. This is all very casual.
We're
not well, we are.
We are, but not about life, just about cross stitch.
Yeah. So, new starts. You don't have any?
I don't have any new starts.
Okay. So, according to my Wacky Do book, so I use the Book of Days. So this is this year's, which has only got a little bit left. So going back to since the 6th of November. Oh yes, I finished the stocking. So I think I had shown that I had just a little bit of Harry to do. Harry's stocking.
This is starts, not finishes.
Oh, I'm backwards.
You are backwards.
Never mind. Starts. Let's go back. Rewind. I feel like I need to do that. Sorry.
It's okay.
What did I start then? Let's have a look. Oh, I started Eliza Martha Linfoot.
Yay!
Yay!
After the full start last time.
Yes. Well, I decided that I would keep her fairly simple, if I can find her.
The book.
See, I really am backwards today. Where am I? So this is Eliza Martha Linfoot, which was, she's an exclusive sampler with Hands Across the Sea samplers, traditional stitches, Needle in a Haystack, and the Attic Needleworks, and my shop, A Stitch in Time. So we all have this booklet still available. Because I have so much on the go, I decided to start her on 30 count fabric, which I hadn't really stitched that much on before, but I'm really liking 30 count. So this is 30 count Swiss Coco from Legacy Linen. And that is...
That's looking nice.
Yeah, it actually looks really good. So that's probably more true to the colour that way. So I've done that top left bit there.
Up here.
Of her. Yeah.
You don't normally start. Oh yeah, you do start
on
the top left.
Top left.
Because we're looking backwards.
Yes. So I'm using the Soie d'Alger silks, and that is 2/2. And I really like the coverage on it. It looks really good.
It does look good. I'm surprised you're enjoying 2/2.
Yes, I don't normally.
No.
But I'm sort of starting to get a little bit back into it. My eyes are not really wonderful at the moment, so if I can make it a bit easier, then I will. So that was one start and where I've gotten with her. She can go over there. What else have I got? I did a little bit in a row there. No new starts for the rest of the 2 weeks. And then I started another Hands Across the Sea sampler, and this was for, I'm going to have to get the frame because she's massive. Well, the frame is massive. It's my birthday month, so I have a few new starts for my birthday month.
Funny that.
Yeah. And I started Anne Webb. That's her there. Her colours are just amazing.
They're beautiful.
And I've got the model for this in the shop, so I get to refer to it every day. Thank you, Jodie. And yeah, that's really cool. I love the goats. The goats are just perfect for Capricorns.
Yes.
In December. Not that it's Capricorn season just yet.
Not quite.
No.
We're getting there. You're right there.
Here she is in all her glory. It's massive. Well, the frame is. So I chose 37 count legacy linen in Russian tea cake, and then had a last minute wild idea and asked Melissa to dye me a piece of that linen in her colourway Elizabeth. And I'm not sure, there, you should be able to see.
You can kind of see.
Just this very slight mottling in that. But in doing that, in dyeing it, it took it down or up to a 39 count linen. So I am using Soie d'Alger again, 1 over 2. And it's a little bit slow because it's probably the top end of my eyesight level. 39, it's like, whew, can only just see it, but she's looking pretty lovely. So that's Anne Webb. There is a Stitch Along group, a private Stitch Along group that I'm hosting that with a few other stitches. And no time frame or like guideline map or anything like that. It's just whenever it gets done.
It's the kind of Stitch Alongs I like.
Yeah, just whenever I feel like stitching on her, then she'll get a little bit. But I really like her. What else did I start? Only one more. That's only 3.
Well,
that's not bad for me.
no, that's pretty good.
And this one I only started on Friday. So I have a local group of ladies that come and stitch at the shop on Fridays, and I came and actually started stitching with them this Friday. It was just that little bit quieter on Friday afternoon, so that was nice. So I started a Country Cottage Needleworks chart, the most wonderful time of the year. Just to do something, you're not going to like it because it's got words in it. But I wanted something simple.
It's Christmassy.
Quick, Christmassy, easy. And although the pattern has the fabric as the white petty point fabric, I have the red one. I thought, give it a go. So this is on 32 count Belfast.
Another 32 count.
I know, another 2 over 2.
I know,
oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
And this is with the called for colours, so Classic Colourworks and the white DMC. And the only one I didn't, I'm out of hickory sticks, so I've had to change that and the words here, what should be in hickory sticks, and I've changed that to Adzuki from Gentle Art. But I think that looks pretty good on the red.
I like it.
Yeah. And I think maybe I can just say that the red symbolises Australia more because it's hot.
It's very festive.
Christmas time instead of snowing. Well, I don't think we're going to get snow. It's pretty warm.
I don't know. It's been a weird year. We had snow the other week. Well, yeah, we had snow.
Yeah, not that long ago.
End of November, early December, which is crazy because it's summer.
I think so. So according to
almost summer.
Yeah. According to my notes, that's all the new starts I had. Only 3.
Only
that's
3.
not bad.
Right.
I'm impressed.
Whips.
Okay. You can.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Are we going to alternate or shall I just go?
You just go.
Okay. So these are in no special order, but they were all worked in November, and some of these have had a little bit of a touch in December as well. This is one of them. So this is the Modern Folk Embroidery 2021 sale, which I'm doing in Cottage Garden Threads Dragonfly, which is the variegated orange and pink.
It is so bright.
And then DMC 30, so it's a 3000 number. It's an orange. I like it. So most of the work has been done down here on this
it's a
tree.
Nice block, that one.
It was a very interesting block to stitch, and I really liked it. And a few of I think some of the berries are new too.
Oh yeah.
So that's had probably about 1,000 stitches in it since you've last seen it, because I did 500 in it the other night.
What's that on again? 40
count flax, Zweigart flax.
Very good.
And I won't show you a picture because I think everybody knows what that's meant to look like, because a lot of people are actually finishing it.
Yes,
now.
I've seen a couple of finishes. They've been really lovely.
So the next one is my one of my least favourite projects.
Ooh, yay!
This is the marble ring from MadarinksDesigns. I bought this pattern from her on Etsy, but she's no longer on Etsy. She has her own web store now. So this is marble. So most of the work on this has been done down on Iron Man and Doctor Strange's cloak, which is over on this side. It doesn't get a lot of stitches. Challenges I'm doing dictate how many stitches it gets.
A lot of blends in that one.
There's a lot of blends. It's 2 strands over 2 of all the called for colours on 14 count Aida. I don't like 14 count Aida.
But you're still stitching.
But I'm still stitching it because it's for my husband. So it comes out.
Aren't you good?
I am. It comes out for at least one day a month. Some months it gets more. Often it doesn't, because it's just not my favourite thing to stitch. The next one is Sew to Stitch. It's World's Postage Stamp. So I started this one last year and did quite a lot for challenges. But I picked this up again in November, and I think I put close to 3,000 stitches in it in November.
I haven't seen this one for a while.
No. So that is it
Okay.
in its entirety.
What's that on?
This is on 28 count olive Jobelin that I bought from Sew It All when they were having a sale. But all of the stitching has been finishing off that Sydney stamp, all of the letter and the pen, and then the inside of the 2 stamps down the bottom and the little hat, the start of the girl. I did have the purple border on the Serengeti stamp done, but I've still got some work to do in the Serengeti stamp and the Cairo stamp.
I like this.
Yes, so up here,
Postmark, is it?
it's the postmark, but I haven't filled it in yet. They had a June date on it,
Yeah.
so I'm going to put the finish date in there
pretty.
when I actually finish it. So I really like that one. There's very little back stitch, which I like. There's a little bit, but not a lot. But for a sew to stitch, to not have back stitch is very unusual. And again, that's just the call for DMC. Nothing fancy there as far as threads go. The next one is a project I really like stitching on, but I don't stitch on it very often. This is StitchinMommy's temperature balloons, and these are the temperatures for 2020. So I started this in 2020 with full intentions of finishing it, but we all know what happened in 2020.
It was obviously hot.
It was a bit hot in January, yes. And then it'll be, I think there's a few reds in December as well, which is this little balloon off to the side there.
How many balloons are there?
5.
Oh, okay.
So there's the 4 big balloons, and then where those yellow green stitches are, there's another little balloon.
Yeah.
So I'm really liking that. That's just on a 25 count Zweigart that I had in my stash probably for about 30 years. Just thought I'd use it up. So it's 1/1 on 25 count. Why I decided to do that, I don't know. But I like it. I like stitching 1/1.
The colours are nice.
And the blue suits the pattern.
Considering we are predominantly cool.
Well, it was slightly disappointed that a lot of the balloons are green. So I'm doing the butterflies this year, and I've slightly jigged the temperatures to see if I can get a broader range of colours.
Okay.
So the next one is everybody's favourite, Eliza Johnson, and I'm sad to say I am behind on Eliza. I won't get her finished by the end of the year. I've just dropped the ball on her in the last couple of months.
I don't know.
But I'm, based on the fact that I'm at a challenge I'm looking at doing in January, I'll most likely get her finished in January just with that challenge.
Good.
So this is
You
currently,
haven't got much to go.
this is currently where she's at.
Like, seriously, there's not that
No.
much. So you're...
There's just the November and December
Where are
portion.
you? Down here.
So
Yeah.
it's just the words. Yeah, that
This bit.
corner.
Yeah.
So the words I'm doing in the 100.3 colour, just because it's just a tiny little bit finer than one strand of DMC, and this is all, or majority 1/1 on 40 count, which I don't really like.
No, it's a real challenge to start and finish
Yes.
1/1 stitching.
Yes, and because it's only a
Yeah.
tiny letter,
Yeah.
it's also where do I finish it?
Yeah.
And it's such a dark colour on a light fabric, you can't really run behind as well. So yeah, that's been a challenge, and it's a bit slower going than I expected.
I still like that diamond. It's cool.
I do. It'll get a bit more work this month, but what I'm working on this month is really being dictated by the Whip Wranglers challenge in semi-same. I'm enjoying that, changing challenges all the time, but yeah, it means my planned stitching is not happening.
Okay. I look forward to seeing her finished.
Yeah, and so that's on 40 count Elizabeth that I dyed. Eliza, sorry.
I was going to say that's not
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
no, that I dyed. It
Yeah.
was created specifically for this project. Next one is There's No Planet B.
Oh, and there's a decision to be made,
There
I
is a
believe.
decision to be made, so you can help if you like. Comment down below what you think.
That's a good idea.
This is There Is No Planet B. So it's almost, all the animals are almost done. So this month was the koala up in the tree. Oh, actually, he's a December. The koala up in the tree I did this month. And there's another animal, there's a red panda on the same tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then the November section was the parrot, the blue parrot, and the owl. The November section also had words, which I didn't stitch because I wasn't 100% sure that I liked them.
In case you haven't watched before, Melissa doesn't like stitching words.
No.
So if she can get away with it,
If I can get away without doing it,
will ya?
So this is the pattern with the words. Now I've seen it finished without the words. Somebody's finished it and put it in a frame. I kind of like it. But I'm also thinking...
What did they do about this bird at the top?
It's not a bird. It's a leaf and a flower.
Oh, looks like a bird.
It does look like a bird.
You could leave that off then.
I am wondering whether I could just leave it off. So that's the question. Should I stitch the writing or should I just leave it and have a finish in December? Because if I need to do the writing, it's going to go into January. But again, I think it's a project I could finish in January if it did go into January.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have another challenge that the letters would fit.
Okay.
That would push me to do the required number of stitches.
I'll be interested to see what everybody wants you
Yeah,
to do.
me too, because I've had mixed results of people I've asked, but the majority of those have not been cross stitches, so you take their advice with a grain of salt.
They don't understand.
No, they don't.
Do they?
They don't.
No.
They don't. So this is everybody's favourite project that I'm a bit odd for stitching. This is Arranging Tools by Ink Circles. So I'm stitching this for my dad. This has had a lot of work done on it this month already. It's had 600 stitches put in this month already. So
It's
we're
really
actually
done.
nearing a finish
Yeah.
on Arranging Tools.
The cross stitch for the person that said, don't ever do a
You
cross
don't
stitch
ever
for
do a
me.
cross stitch. So this side is complete. This side over here, and all I'm doing is mirroring everything on this side.
That's pretty groovy for a man.
It is, I think it's a good one for a man. It's being stitched on just a scrap that I got from a Sew It All grab bag.
Can stick it in his shed.
I think it's a 32 count. It could be a 28 count, who knows, because I didn't measure it. And the tools are being stitched in Garden Gate, Gentle Arts Garden Gate, and the fillings is just the DMC substitutions. I couldn't see why I'd need to buy fancy floss to do 2 stitches here and 1 stitch there and 3 stitches over there. So we just went with the DMC for those. I'm praying that I have enough Garden Gate left to finish the tools because we're getting pretty close.
Garden Gate is out of stock, has been out of stock for months and months. I do have a couple of skeins of 10-yard ones.
I do have a skein in another project that I could steal a little bit from.
For that amount of stitching.
Slightly different. It's not the same dye lot, and Garden Gate varies quite a lot. So I've got just a tiny little bit of Garden Gate left. So I'm hoping
frugal stitching coming up.
Well, I'm saving all my scraps just in case I need to do 5 stitches with.
Good plan.
And then my second last one is the Rocky Horror Sow. I'm very behind on. I won't be keeping up. It's got everything in it that I hate. Words, people. I should move that needle minder out of the way.
It's looking good though.
But I love Rocky Horror, so I had to stitch it. It just won't be a priority project next year. And that's being stitched on an exclusive piece of 32 count in Ice Pick Murder that was dyed for the Sassy pouch. So that is the Rocky Horror Sow. I like it. A lot of people have finished it already.
Can't say I've seen pictures though.
I don't know. I mean, I'm in the Sow group, so I see a lot of pictures. So that's those. And then our last project, and I'm not going to take it out of the frame, so you just get to see what you get to see. Because it's too big.
Big frame.
Too big.
I know what this is.
So this is the rubber ducky dragon. So you're probably missing seeing a bit of waterfall up here, but at least you can see the main star.
He's got 2 eyes.
He's got 2 eyes. He's got some nostrils.
That's better. Oh, look at that.
He's got some horn. Oh, he's got more horns.
He's so cool.
I'm really enjoying stitching this piece. And I'm at 25%.
Woohoo! Well done.
So this won't be as much of a priority next year because I feel like
you've done a good chunk.
I've given it a good time this year, and I just feel like I've let my other full coverages projects lapse because of this one. So we're going to give them all equal time next year.
How are you going to do that?
I have 4, so 3 months each.
Okay.
It won't be consecutive 3 months, it'll bounce around, but the idea is to give them each 3 months of focus.
That's a good idea. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to work out how to.
If I'd had 5, I would have, but 4's a nice number. It's nice.
4's an even number.
Round even number that divides nicely into 12.
Yes, correct.
I won't start another full coverage until the year after. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. Don't think it's anything important, no. So that's me.
That's all your whips?
So I can tell you, if you like numbers, that in November, so that's all of that, but there's a bit extra in there. That was just
November, wasn't it?
Some of them had been touched in December. But in November, I did just 2.5 stitches shy of 11,600 stitches.
Not
which
bad.
Is average for me. I average around 10 to 12,000 a month.
I don't remember what I used to do because I don't count stitches anymore.
Well, I generally do between 350 and 600 stitches a day. So yeah. So that's my whips.
Yay,
for November. I've done quite a lot of work in December, but I didn't bring them. That can be next month.
Well, I didn't bring the cover photo again but this is Modern Folk Embroidery Real Comfort. So the Jane Austen inspired sampler.
That's nice.
So this is on the same colour family as the Swiss Coco, but this is the 38 count filbert in Legacy Linen and just using Soie d'Alger Noir, so black. So that's doing quite
Looking
well.
good.
Yeah. The border is great because it's just a bit of mindless, you know, up and down kind of thing, but it is looking rather lovely. And she had some work done on her for Jane Austen's birthday, which was the 16th of December, 1775.
Nice. She's also had some work done on her for 12 Days of Christmas. The Australian 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Use her for kookaburras.
Sorry.
And...
It's Sunday.
I know.
My brain doesn't work very well on
We didn't say that.
Sundays.
It's Sunday the 19th of December.
It is. Yeah, my brain is a little bit fuzzy on Sundays. We don't normally do a FlossTube on a Sunday, but we're running out of opportunities.
We were
and
meant to
time.
film yesterday, but it was my mother-in-law's birthday and I had forgotten I had already made plans with her.
And it's just as well because they were doing work upstairs and it wasn't pleasant.
Actually, I can hear them walking
They're
up there
upstairs
now.
again. Let's hope they don't start banging around like banshees. Okay, next thing I worked on was Entwined Hearts by the Scarlet House, which is that one.
Oh yes, on the red fabric.
So this is it's charted for 40 count. Yes, 40 count Aztec Red by Weeks Dye Works. I had some what was marked as 30 count Aztec Red gingham. So that's what I'm using. Called for colours and I'm almost halfway. And I
Look at all those alphabets.
Yep, they're fabulous. I love them. That's probably fairly true to a little bit brighter, but I'm trying to find
It's
the
very hard with our overhead.
Yeah, we've got an
lighting.
overhead fluorescent light. So it's doing really well. So just the called for Classic Colourworks conversion, not the silk.
It's looking good. I like it.
It is. And I got some more Aztec Red gingham on Friday, I think. Yes. So it's actually a 28 count linen because I asked them what the difference was, and when it's dyed up it comes down to a 30 or up to a 30 count. But the coverage is really good. Aha! Again, 2 over 2.
You're doing a lot of 2 over 2.
Yeah, considering I don't like it. But I like it on that. I think it's a real difference when you get the right linen to do a 2 over 2 on.
Yeah.
Quite like that.
The only fabric I don't like working on is 14 count Aida.
Yeah. Well, who likes that?
No one. No one likes it.
Lots of
No,
people
there are
do
people
like it.
who
And
like
it
14
has its
count
place. There's nothing wrong with Aida.
And I have quite successfully and enjoyably stitched on 14 count navy Aida recently. I think it's just that it's white.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. I had quite a few days where I didn't stitch anything. We've seen Anne Webb, we've seen that.
I think that's good.
My goodness, 1 whip.
But you had a lot of new starts. No, that was
Only
2
had
whips.
3.
2 whips.
Oh, 2. Yes, 2. That's still not a lot, but
No, but
I got a fair bit done on that one, so I was impressed with that
You did have some new, a few new
that
starts.
was good.
So do you want to
finishes
do
then?
finishes? Yes. I didn't bring mine, but it was finished in December, so you'll see that next month.
Okay, so you saw. Now I can show my finishes.
Now you can show your finishes.
So I was doing Harry's stocking for my great nephew Oliver. So he is now finished, fully finished.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't he gorgeous? So he's pretty much all the called for except for the pipe smoke I changed to bubbles and did it in blue. I accidentally stitched this one in the wrong colour, but it doesn't really matter. And I alternated the hearts to be blue and pink instead of all pink. And he's finished on
blue.
The blue star. I think it's a Liberty fabric, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. And our lovely Denise, who finishes the stockings for the shop, finished that one for me. So he'll be sent off next year because I now have 2 more to do. So I can't send one and not send the others, or I'll be in trouble. So that's that one. I also showed you, I think I've shown Caroline Page as a finish, but I got her back from the framer.
Nice.
And she is just beautiful. Have a look at close up of the frame. See, it's got these little red.
It's nice, a nice
just
detail.
Really shows off the colour. So that one was stitched on 37 count Russian tea cake with Soie d'Alger 2926 1/2. So I just wanted to show you that in the frame because it's beautiful. I've had more finishes than I've had anything else, so that's very exciting. We did that. Kris Kringle, I didn't bring the chart again. Prairie School, I have loads of Christmas charts, and one of them is called Kris Kringle, and it's a set of 8 Santas. This is my 4th one I've finished.
I do like him. We saw him last time as a whip, I think, didn't we?
Yes, he was like here.
Yes, because you'd had the snowmen on his coat.
Yeah. So he's been fully finished by a lovely little friend who's done a great job. But isn't he cute?
Is that the same friend who did the stockings?
Yes. Yeah, so I'll try and put some pictures up next week. I had some of the Blackbird miniature stockings stitched up and finished, and they're on the Christmas tree out the front of the shop. If you're local and you want to come by and have a look, you've got 2 days left to do that. So, but I'll try and remember to put the pictures up. But that's my finish.
Shopping on Wednesday.
Probably. So we did Kris Kringle. What else did we get up to? I think that was all for the finishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I was impressed. There was a few.
That was. Haul and plans?
Haul and plans. Do you want to go first?
Well, I can go first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do them combined.
Okay.
It's easy.
Yes, mine won't be in any kind of order.
So we'll start with my haul. Carolyn gave me my Christmas present early. She's very naughty.
No, you opened it early.
Well, you can't give me a present and not expect me to open it. Okay. Most of it was lovely face creams and the rolly
girly
stuff.
Yeah.
But she also gave me this really nice needle minder, which is a waratah, which is an Australian flower. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It will be going on one of my new starts next year. So I really like that. And it's got a really big magnet on the back, so I really like those ones. I got, everybody's got this. I've seen it all over FlossTube, the fox.
And I think I've got 2 charts left, but I'll have another shipment coming.
So I'll be stitching this in the called for colours, and I'll be stitching it on, this is a test dye I did a while ago on Cashel, but I'll be stitching it on the called for 40 count, but it dyed in this colour, which is called Arctic Fox.
Just as a reference.
So it's a little bit more grey than the original, but I think
I'm in the process of listing that on the shop website as well. If you would like Melissa to dye you a piece, just sing out.
And I'm currently working on some of the other colours from this series as well.
Because there's a series of 4 seasons and 3 patterns per season, so there'll be 4 different dyes.
So I'm a bad floss tuber because I use things before I show them.
No,
so
me too.
Carolyn showed her bags last month and I forgot to bring mine. So this is the bag that I got from Taryn from Teaser. So this is a bee bag, and the bees are sparkly.
With tags still on.
Oh yeah, got the tags still on. Good. I need to remember how much to pay up. So the bees are sparkly, and it's got.
Well, that's actually her
Well, that's her
her business
details.
card there if you would like to take a screenshot and contact Taryn on Facebook.
She does an excellent job. They're beautifully made, quilted, and it's got this really cute honeycomb type material on the inside. So I love that. And that's holding one of my new starts, which will be my Christmas Day new start.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to have so much time on Christmas Day for stitching. Which you've seen it before. It's Amethyst Garden.
Which is a needlepoint
Which
design.
is a needlepoint design with all of the beautiful threads. And it's in this bag because it's big enough to fit the stretcher bar frame when it's all put together.
There you go.
The next one is a plan, more than fall. So my son found these circle animal designs on Etsy and said he wanted me to stitch them all. So there's 9 of them.
Gotta love it when kids can use the internet to find your cross stitch patterns.
I know. So this is the pattern, so I'm going to hold it a long way back. But this is the first one. He wants me to stitch the dolphins first, so we're doing the dolphins first. And I'm stitching these because it's 100% full coverage. They're just going on plain old white 22 count hardinger.
Mm-hmm.
They'll all be stitched 1 over 1 in the called for DMC colours. So
And how many are there?
9. 5 animals, which have the same pinky, yellow, orange background, and 4 dinosaurs that have more of a pinky purple background.
Mm-hmm.
So yay for me. I'm also stitching Enterprise for my husband, which I've shown you before, so we won't.
You do an awful lot of stitching for
I know,
considering
I
that you
know.
don't like.
I know, and this is being stitched on really boring 32 count Belfast, but that's haul, so.
Do you have a picture of Enterprise?
On my phone.
Show the lovely people what it looks like.
Show the lovely people Enterprise.
Mm.
I'm sure they don't really want to see Enterprise. But it's a very nice pattern if you're into Star Trek. Me personally, I'm not into Star Trek.
I just start singing,
I can watch
Song.
it. But I'm not a fan. I wouldn't call myself a Trekkie or anything like that.
Trekking across the universe. That's all that comes to mind. I apologise for my singing in advance.
Yes. I don't know if I can get this to go any bigger. Here you go.
It's kind of like a blueprint design.
It's kind of like a blueprint of the ship, and then it's been transposed onto the ship's computer screens, which is why it needs to be stitched on black. It wouldn't look any good stitched on anything else. There's only 9 colours.
Oh, that's okay.
So it's very blocky stitching, but there's also a lot of back stitch.
Not something I would stitch even if my husband wanted me to. Sorry, husband.
Which is very odd considering this. Anyway. I just stitch random stuff because people want me to. Because I'm nice.
You are.
I'm also doing the Wing in the Willows sale from Paine Free Crafts next year. Now there's no pictures available for this yet. All you can do is sign up for the sale.
Because it's a mystery.
Because it's a mystery. There's 11 parts. It starts in January and it goes through to November. It's got 80 colours. Parts of it are full coverage, but not all of it.
Pretty full on.
Very full on.
But who doesn't love Wind in the Willows?
I know.
I love Wind in the Willows.
I love Wind in the Willows. Because it does have some 1 over 1, I've gone with 32 count because I don't mind stitching 2 over 2
I don't mind it
in
now.
DMC. And so we did a floss toss the other day and we've picked this, which is called Sapphire.
Star Sapphire.
Star Sapphire.
It's a witch short linen.
So it's
Beautiful.
a bit stiff. I don't mind stiff.
And you're working on a frame, it doesn't really matter.
No.
If you're going to work in hand, it will soften up as you work with it.
It does soften up as you work because I just this month finished a project that I've been working on, some witchfoot linen that Carolyn gave me because she didn't like it. If you would, this is all the colours in there. I'm not going to pull them out, but there's a lot.
It's based on a watercolour artworks from Can you remember his name?
I can't remember his name.
Don't know. It's Paine Free Crafts anyway.
It's Paine Free Crafts. We'll put the information
Mm-hmm.
down below. It's still available to sign up for.
Mhm.
I don't believe the pattern's going to be released on the 1st of January, just in January, and then moving forward it will be on the 1st, but they haven't given themselves a hard January 1st deadline.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Probably a good idea.
So this next one is haul and plan, but help. I need a lot of help this week, don't I?
Consults this week.
So this is Reflections of Paris by In Circles. I'm not stitching this, I'm beading this. The majority of it will be done in these lovely
Holy
size
Julie!
11.
How many beads are in there?
I don't know. My mum bought these for me many, many years ago.
Wow.
On the promise that I would stitch her a cushion. That never happened.
So they're just seed beads.
These are just seed beads. They're size 9. They're Japanese. They're Toho brand. Size 9. It's not a standard seed
I'm
bead
just going to
size.
hold the pattern up here for reference for people so that they can know what we're talking about.
So, I'm going to stitch. I'm hoping I have enough red beads to do the majority of the pattern. But just in case, I'm going to pick out the Eiffel Towers. At least the Eiffel Towers, but definitely the Eiffel Towers. In black. So I've got 2 different kinds of black I've ordered. I've got plain solid black, which is just a solid against a solid. Or I've got what they call iridescent black, which is kind of a bit shinier. It's more like a clear bead with a black line in with the hole filled in black. So, which black do we use? The shiny iridescent black or the matte black?
I like the iridescent.
See, I like the matte.
Of course you do. Which is why we need your help,
Which is why we need your help. So I've got enough of both. I've got 2 tubes of each, so there's plenty of black. I'm not going to run out of one. I'll have to over-order just in case.
Fair enough. Okay.
So
Again, comment below if
again,
you have an
comment
opinion.
below. Do you like the matte black or do you like the sparkly iridescent black? And I forgot to bring my beads for my chatelaine, but I'll bring them.
Maybe you could do like the points in the iridescent and the rest in the normal black.
I could pick out something else out of there and do it in the other black. Don't know.
Dilemmas.
What to do. So I'm crazy. I have lots of different types of linen in my bag as well, because I've got to try and work out which count will work best with the size 9 beads, because like I said, size 9 is not a standard seed bead size. It's not one that Neil will do. Yeah, it's a hard size to find. So I need to do some tests on some of the linen sizes, see which one I go with. So that's going to be a project that I start next year sometime.
Okay.
When?
No definite plan then.
We'll start probably in January or February, but there's no specific date or reason why I'm starting that, other than I feel the need that I have to use up those beads because they've been sitting in my cupboard for about 10 or 12 years.
Pardon me. Okay.
So that's my haul and plans. There are many, many more plans.
We all have many plans.
I'm still waiting on a pattern to come for my New Year's Day start.
Yes.
That needs to be kitted up. I've got a donkey sampler pattern.
It's a reflector swirl.
It is a reflector swirl.
Louise Lellier, if you are familiar with.
That I'm going to kit up in Soie d'Alger, so that's going to be fancy and expensive. Yeah. And I saw her.
Who?
That one. Lallier. Stitched on blue.
Ooh.
So I'm rethinking my fabric choices now, because part of it, not all of it, but I've seen someone started on blue and it's really, really nice.
There is no reason why you cannot change the linen on any design that you choose.
No, I know, but you know, it's quite a colourful design.
It is.
So I was afraid to put too much.
But if you did it quite a light blue.
It's quite strong blue that they're putting it on. I'll show you a picture later.
Yes, we will have to do that
And
next.
I'm sure I'll show you next FlossTube.
You shall. My haul.
Haul and plans.
I'm the naughty one.
You are the naughty one. I thought I was bad.
Can't help myself.
She does own a shop.
I do, but I do like to support other small Australian businesses as well. So that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And I'm slightly addicted to...
Just a little bit.
Fabric. So I did get a couple of nice pieces from Nicola from Handmade at number 12. So this is... Let me have a look. Get my goggles on so I can see. Toasted Mallow, 36 count. That's probably...
That's better.
Yeah. So that's a really lovely sampler colour.
Yes, it is.
Just a really nice neutral colour fabric. So that's...
Can't help that I'm so good at neutrals.
No.
Although
Very
I
good
have
at colour.
done Elizabeth and Eliza.
This one is another 36 count called Coco Dust.
That's a pretty colour.
It is just gorgeous. So this is quite similar actually to your Elizabeth.
It's a bit browner than Elizabeth.
It is, yeah.
But it does have quite a bit of pink in it.
But that's a gorgeous colour. Really like that one. So I've got those. I got this from you because I don't think I showed it last time. I can't remember.
No, we didn't have it with us.
So this one is called Asylum. So this is a 40 count linen. And that was created specifically for Disturbed Women by Lucy Beam. And I think that is just freaking fabulous.
It is just a little bit out there and weird, but these are the colours I like to dye.
Yes, so these are available on my website or through Melissa.
Yes. They may not be on the website yet, but if you want a piece, just send me an email.
Well, I think I've got
They're
it
on Carolyn's website,
yeah.
but I don't think that colour's made it to my website yet.
I knew I had another piece from Nicola.
Well, that's a pretty colour.
3 pieces from Nicola. No, actually I've got 4. So, this is a bit of haul and plan. So this is...
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yes. Witching Hour, Sorry Glare by Nora Corbett.
I love the cat sitting on the books.
Gorgeous. And I'm starting this with my friend Janelle. Hello, Janelle. Starting this in January as a little stitch along together. And I'm going to use Spring Fling, which is just really cool green.
Yes.
So I think that will actually look really nice. And those are just kind of wrapped up the DMC in there. The colours.
Oh, yes. They're going to sit nicely on there. It's nice.
Actually, see if I can hold this up somehow. There we go.
Yeah. So the green's blowing out a bit, but
yeah. I think that will look really good on there. And again, 2 over 2. Are you impressed?
I am. Must
because
be
it's
something
got
wrong
beads
with you.
Yeah, no.
Well, you have to do that with the beads because otherwise they don't fit.
Otherwise, you've got to change them, and haven't really done a lot of beading or anything like that.
Oh, and that's got big pony beads on it too. Yeah, no.
So that's that one for a start in January.
Right.
Also, here's my 4th piece of Nicola number 12 fabric. And another new start. This one will be started on the 22nd of December for all of the Capricorns. There she is. I love this one.
On the 22nd of September too.
Well, Capricorn's from the 22nd of December until
Yours
can't remember,
is much
sometime in
nicer than
January.
mine.
Oh, she's beautiful. I love it. I really like her. I think she's
gorgeous.
just lovely. I have changed up here in that green, what looks to be greeny, and some bits down in here as well. It called for, let me have a look, Cryonic 3231, which I didn't have, but when I pulled 3231 in a different one, I didn't like it. So I pulled a Rainbow Gallery Silk Lame Braid.
That's nice.
I don't know if you can really see. Can you see the sparkle?
It's got a sparkle. Yeah. And a slight greeny, creamy tinge.
Anyway, when I did the floss cloth, it looked beautiful. I've not used Caron Water Lily Silk before, so this is a couple of firsts for me on this one. And these are her colours. I think maybe if I do it like that, might be easier.
Yeah, that looks good.
And this is on, turn it around without dropping everything. 32 count mulberries and cream, I think. Is that what it's called?
Don't know.
Yes, mulberries and cream. Because pink is really me.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to start that one. So that's a December start with a bit of haul in there as well. Hopefully the 22nd. If not, I'll just start it on my birthday, 23rd. Do that instead.
And I forgot to say I'll be starting the Dolphin Circle on the 22nd. Because that's my son's birthday. Not his real birth date, but his birthday.
The 22nd.
He was born on the 22nd of the month.
What else have I got in here?
Books.
Well, I can't remember which one I said that I had and I forgot to bring it last time, but I've had this for a little while, is the Antiquarian sticker book from Booktopia, not Amazon. And I also got, because I couldn't help myself, the original blue one. So there's two in there and they are they're just gorgeous. So I've had that one for ages, but I've got the new one. And they, of course...
They're proper books.
Yeah.
Hardcover books.
Are for the new Book of Days, which I have maybe 1 or 2 copies left in the shop. They keep selling out so quickly I can't keep up.
They're very popular, the Book of Days. There's not enough space in them for me.
Plenty of space for me. I had a shipment from Ellen Chester with my needle. I have been wanting this for a very long time. Sorry, glare again. The Ackworth Friendship book. So you can choose, there are 10 pages, which makes it into like the accordion style book. You can choose to stitch it all yourself or do the front and back yourself and give 8 pages to friends to stitch, which is what the option that I'm going to go with. I just have to decide what fabric and floss to use for that one. Of course I'm going to be doing the fox, and that's his colours in there. Christmas Eve. I love this Santa. Might just take him out of the plastic because
he is a nice Santa.
He's just a little bit different. Christmas Eve, I've got plenty of him in stock. Cottage Garden samplings, and the nice thing that I really like about her designs is that she uses 1 or 2 specialty flosses, so 2 Gentle Art colours and the rest are DMC.
Yeah.
So that's really nice, just a little bit of a feature colour, and that's it.
Because I hate it when you get a pattern and they say go and buy carrot, and then when you get home and realise that you needed carrot for 3 stitches on a nose or something. It's like, why did I bother?
Yeah. I did something really different here. This pattern, when it first came out, I was like, not really a massive fan, but it grew on me, and now I really, really like it. This is M&A 1853 by Needlework Press.
Do we know who M&A is?
Might be Welsh. It was originally stitched with wool. That's about all we know. Very little history on this one. But because they give the conversion on the back for DMC, an approximate conversion with DMC, and they've charted it with Classic Colourworks, I pulled the DMC and decided I would stitch with Gumnut Yarns threads, which is probably closer to the original. So I'm going to do it.
Are they the Gumnut wools? Yarns?
Gumnut Buds, which is a pearl silk.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just a little bit thicker to give it the same. I'm just getting the colours out for you to have a look at. So I did my own conversion, and these are the colours that I'm going to do on 28 count Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart. They are bright and not really my usual.
No, that's more my
choice.
kind
This
of
is
colour
more
palette.
You, but have a look at
They're
that.
nice and bright, aren't they?
Aren't they amazing? So this is a Gumnut Buds. Not sure if you can really see that very well. But it's an Australian company, hand-dyed threads, and the pearl silk, just one strand, is pretty perfect on 28 count. So I don't have any plans to start that, majorly soon or anything, but it's kitted and ready to go. Which I'm learning to start to do.
What fabric was that?
28 count Vintage Country Mocha, which is closer to what the original calls for. So that's in the plans section. Oh, in no particular order because I forgot. Also from Nicola at number 12. Got a bit carried away, didn't I? Couldn't help myself.
Well, this isn't fabric though.
Not fabric. Floss bling. Who doesn't love a bit of floss bling? That one is a gift for someone. I don't know if they watch or not. So
That's
this
nice.
are the thread drops with the cards, the floss drops, rings, things, whatever you want to call them, on the back. So I love dragonflies.
Oh, that's
pinks.
a nice one.
And Merry Christmas.
Cute.
Yeah. So this one I have got in the kit for
Another one I won't be stitching.
No, but I'm doing this one for the shop.
Yes.
And I also have a little stitch along group for this one if you want to jump in, have a bit of a search for it. It's the Nutcracker Village series. There's 11 patterns. This is the first one and it's the biggest one because it goes in the middle. And that is done on 32 count, 2/2.
Again.
Zweigart Belfast Raw, so it does have raw silver, has a bit of a sparkle, and the call for colours, classic colourworks and a few DMC in that one. So I kind of have to probably start that soon because the second one's already been released.
Is it?
I've ordered that, it's on the way. So that's what that thread, Merry Christmas thread ring is for.
That's nice.
So yes, there's a stitch along there. I do have a few kits left for Nutcracker Village. If you want to jump onto the website, they are still there. Not much of the fabric though, because it's very difficult to get. I only got a few bits of those left. Cool. Trying out some needles. I think we mentioned it last time because Pat Carson's needles are no longer sold, and bit of sad news, Pat Carson actually passed away earlier this week, so our condolences out to her family and friends. So I've decided I needed to try some different needles to get into the shop. Peacemakers, love them.
I used to use
Absolutely love
Peacemakers.
them. So these actually are, if I put my finger there, they actually are quite small. So they're almost petites. This is a 28. I just got a couple of packets to try them, so I will be getting these to stock in the shop in replacement. I did get Mary Arden needles as well, which I have had some pretty good feedback from.
Yeah, I tried those. I quite like them.
Not with one strand of silk though. Don't like them with one strand of silk, but with 2 strands of anything, they are fine.
They're fine with one strand of DMC.
They thread really well.
Very, very easy needle to thread. I haven't tried them with one strand of silk, but I've tried them on 2 strands of silk, 2 strands of DMC, and 1 strand of DMC on the Dragon. And I can't say I noticed the difference when I was stitching with the Mary Arden needles and when I was stitching with the Pat Carsons, because I have about 30 needles. on that one at once.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about, I haven't made my mind up about Mary Arden, but Peacemakers definitely I'll be getting back in.
I need to retry those because I used to use them way back when.
We're still on haul, by the way, kind of transgressing a little bit.
Yeah.
No. Hopefully this works. We had a bit of a hiccup.
We did.
Technical issues.
Technical hitch. I'll try and join these together, but my technical videoing abilities are probably not great, but we'll do our best. So hi again.
Hi again.
Luckily,
not
we
that
were
it'll
at
be high again for you. You'll just know that we're just a carry on.
Luckily, it was a good spot for it to die. We weren't in the middle of saying anything important.
Just still on my haul.
Yep.
I got this cutest little project bag.
That's very cute.
Vinyl covered. The red cherries.
Very, very cute.
And to go with it, this little thread bed thingamajig.
Oh, nice.
So, that's the one I was using it for. Oh, there you go. Works really well. So just little clip, and it's actually got a ring on there as well to attach, whatever, scissors, threads, or all sorts of things. So they are from Frog and Tink on Etsy.
Is that an Australian?
Yeah. Yep. Local Aussie one. I was looking for thread beds, and this is the one that I found at the time.
You could have made a thread bed.
I don't have time for that. Oh. And I'm not that clever.
Well, you are.
Not really. And then I got a Prezi. I didn't buy this one.
Didn't you?
No, but it's still haul. Look at this gorgeous
nice.
project bag. Look at the back.
That's all individually quilted too.
It is, yes. Very
nice.
Talentedly made by Kathy Purden.
Very nice.
Kathy. This was an early birthday present. And the inside is like, that's really cool.
Like planks.
Yeah. And inside that is awesome thread bed. Again, quilted.
Nice.
Handmade by Kathy. With these cool little pins in it.
They're very cute.
Aren't they good? They're little bees. So thank you again, Kathy. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I didn't buy this one either.
Okay.
Another gift. I like Prezzies. They're cool. So I got a little Ort container jar thingy-majig.
I love them.
Pussycats on it. Very, very handy little things. And that just collapses into itself. Really great for travel stitching.
Because you can collapse it while you've still got your threads in there, chuck it in your bag.
And then empty it when you get home. So that was a gift I received, which was nice. One last thing.
Is this a gift to yourself?
This was a gift to myself from the shop. Thank you, shop. Kahana scissors have been flying out to the door. So I only got a few pairs in because I thought I wasn't sure, how they would kind of go. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I will be ordering a bigger shipment to arrive in March. They are presented in this gorgeous box with a bow. So Kahana scissors are from Japan. Wrapped in like a little microfiber cloth, so you kind of feel like you've got to, be really gentle when you open it up. I was going to have a red pair. And when I got these, I decided I would have a brown pair. Because I don't call that brown.
No, it's more like a maroon colour.
It's like a deep burgundy, mahogany type colour, and it is just beautiful with a leather sheath. So those are the scissors.
Very nice. Based on their little snips that I have, they're going to be super sharp.
They are really fine. And that click is just to die for. It's just gorgeous. I love them. So I kept a brown pair instead. There are some more of these are on the website at the moment. The brown ones, and the red ones will come in a shipment in March.
Didn't they have white ones too? Did I see white
They
ones?
were a
on
limited
somebody's- Oh, okay.
edition for winter, which I missed out on. There's blue. They usually have a limited edition colour each year.
Okay.
Each of their winter years. So at the moment, it's only the red and brown available. Sorry, and for me, I only have the brown in stock at the moment. So great prezzy for myself. Thank me. I think my haul has ended.
Yay!
Yay! It was a fair bit this time.
It was.
It was kind of a bit of both.
Whole stitchy kindness plans.
Yeah, a bit of everything in there. So, over to you.
Oh. Because Carolyn and I decided we both don't have enough to do.
No,
We have opened a Facebook challenge group called the Down Under Divas.
This is Melissa's brainchild.
Yeah, because, you know, to finish one thing, you have to start another.
I'm just here to help.
Carolyn's doing all the graphics because I'm not that way inclined.
Mm.
So the group is open. We're going to limit it to a number. When we get there, we'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we both know that we have limited time. So we don't want it to be a massive group that gets out of control, that we can't.
Not an open slather.
Not an open slather.
It's also not a group for just watching.
No.
It's
a group for
active
participation.
participation.
We understand that life gets in the way and you might not be able to participate every month.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to sit there and watch for 6 months, it's not the group for you.
Because it's going to be a closed number, we really want that open for people who want to be there and want to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're more than welcome to sign up from now. We have a 12 Days of Christmas Australia challenge running at the moment, which is a very casual challenge. It's really just to challenge yourself to see if you can fit into some crazy 12 Days of Christmas Australia themed items.
So it's a prompt-based group.
Yes, it's a prompt-based stitching group.
So if you like statistics like Melissa does, so stitching a certain amount of stitches or a certain amount of time, which is me.
So we do have a time option for people who don't like to count, because we know that everybody doesn't like to count. And most of our challenges will have levels. So you can pick the level that suits you and stitch to that level. At the moment, we've really only got the 12 Days of Christmas up, and then we've got some monthly challenges planned, which will be travelling around Australia and learning some interesting facts about all of our states, territories, and a few other bits and pieces to fill up the months. That's all planned. We've got four or five of those up at the moment. We're just finalising a few prompts for some of the slightly more challenging months. And Carolyn's also working on some graphics for the rest of them as well. We are potentially looking at putting up some fortnightly challenges once we get going, but I wouldn't expect those to hit the group until maybe February, once we all get settled in and know what we're doing and how it works. It's going to be, again, another reason for minimising the numbers is you will be working towards prizes, which will be being donated by myself and Carolyn. We haven't decided what those prizes are going to be yet, so we'll keep you informed when we actually do decide.
I haven't even thought about that.
No. But basically, each month you'll be stitching to earn tickets, and at the end of the year or at a nominated time in the year, you'll be able to use those tickets to enter into a prize draw. So there's some incentive there for doing the stitching other than just challenging yourself.
Yeah. Details will be below.
Details to come.
But feel free to ask questions if you want to ask questions before jumping in. That's fine.
If you do wish to join the group, we do ask that you answer the group questions. We won't
let you in otherwise.
Your
again,
request.
because it's limited.
Yeah.
So
and we don't want non-cross stitchers in there. Only people who want to be in there. If you are in the group and you'd like to invite some friends, go ahead.
Just remind them they need to answer the questions to be accepted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's Facebook.
That's Facebook. Retreat.
Yay.
Oh dear. Well, we had to make a very tough decision to reschedule our planned retreat that was rescheduled. It was meant to be in January. This was the Tassie Stitches retreat in Launceston.
Mm-hmm.
It has now been rescheduled to October next year, October the 8th and 9th. Just with everything going on, and there were quite a few cancellations, we really needed the numbers up there to make it worthwhile and make it fun for everyone as well. It wasn't an easy decision to make, and we don't like doing it, but it was just something we couldn't.
Just due to the time of year and when it's being held, we felt we couldn't hold out any longer waiting for any more people to come forward to say they're interested. So we've just had to bite the bullet and reschedule.
Due to the time of year, we wanted to give you as much notice as possible as well, because it's just not fair to cancel at the last minute.
No, because we didn't like doing that last time.
No.
Even though there was a very good reason, we still didn't enjoy the process.
Yeah.
So October.
If you think you want to come along.
Same venue.
Yeah. Very casual. It's not a project-based retreat. No, it's just bring your stitching and enjoy some company.
There'll be shops there.
Yeah.
We take our shops up. There may
nothing over the top
be some trunk shows there.
Yeah,
it just depends what we can organise. Very, very casual. It's based on the other stitching groups that we've had, which have been purely Tasmanian due to the circumstances. It's a lovely group of friendly women. Mm-hmm. So it's not a scary place to come if you're new to retreats.
Unless we scare you.
Yeah, we could. We're a little bit odd.
Yeah, but if you're interested, we'll pop the email address down and just
give us an
send
email.
Us an email.
Yeah.
We can help you out with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Shops. What's happening with your shop? Fancy Fabric.
Well,
first of all, if you don't want to know anything about shops or anything else, then you can go. But we're not showing any more stitching. This is where we get into our chit chat bit.
So if you're going now, see you later. We'll see you next time in January.
Yep.
Otherwise,
February. I think we were gonna miss January, weren't we? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows when our next one is?
I don't think we were going to miss January.
I don't remember.
We're missing January. Crafting day, stitching day. I didn't think we were missing.
We'll be back when we're back.
We'll be back. We'll let you know.
With another update.
Yes. Because we did reach 500 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo-hoo, go us.
Yay! Which means we can now use the community messaging tab.
Yay!
Which I've taken advantage of. So good.
Mm-hmm.
We can let you know on YouTube when we will be back. Fancy fabric.
What's happening?
Well, I was hoping to have more time to get into the dyeing shed than I have over the last couple of weeks.
Our weather has been atrocious.
The weather's been atrocious. It's Christmas. Everybody's gone psycho.
Our borders have now opened, so that will limit things as well.
So I was hoping to get in today. That's not going to happen either. But essentially what's on the cards for me at the moment is dyeing up some fabric for a year in the woods. So I've got the Arctic Fox. I've got another colour for already pre-dyed that I'm happy with that hasn't been released yet for one of the other sections. So I've just got two sections to jig. And then I'm going to try and do something a bit fancy. But leave that there.
Sounds good.
There's not really much else going on there. The website is atrociously behind. Again, work, life. It will be updated over Christmas, but again, if you've seen something on here or anywhere else with a piece of fancy fabric, you're more than welcome to message me. And if it's not on the website, if it's something I've dyed before, I can probably dye it again.
There you go. Cool. Now for a stitching time. Well,
where to start?
I'm exhausted. That's the simple answer. It's been really, really busy. Thank you for making me busy. What have we got? So there's a few things planned for next year. If you're into embroidery, if you would like to learn some embroidery stitches, Our local tutor, Marilyn Hazelwood, has agreed to do some classes here at the shop in the classroom. There'll be a limited number of students per classroom due to the COVID restrictions of how many people we can have in a room.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 students per class. There will be 3 dates offered. That is now live on the website. And that's to learn your A to Z of embroidery, using the A to Z of embroidery stitches book and making it into a linen book with all the stitches in it, or you can make it into a band sampler.
Okay.
So you have a choice.
Marilyn's lovely.
Yeah. She'll look after you. She's really good. So details are on the website for that now. I've got a few other things in the works. I will update everyone in the new year with that. As for knowing whether the planned workshops will go ahead, I can't tell you until after Christmas, and we'll just see what happens.
Still in wait and see mode. Everybody loves wait and see mode.
As we mentioned, our borders have just opened a few days ago, and we already have some cases here. Yep. The mandate has been given that masks must be worn in an indoor setting from Tuesday onwards. So I can foresee that is going to change quite a few things, and we'll just see how things go. But once Christmas is over and the shop opens again in the new year, I'll contact the tutors and we'll go from there.
Yep.
But I do have a few other things planned, like one of your favourite times of year.
No.
She even knows what I'm going to say before I say it. I'm going to do, just block her ears, Christmas in July. Shh, don't tell Melissa. Melissa doesn't do Christmas in July.
No.
But I know that it's quite popular, and I would like to do something like with the Christmas stockings and ornaments and things like that. So keep your ears open for that.
Christmas should be in June if you're going to do it in the middle of the year. But
anyway, Christmas in July.
Mm-hmm.
And a few other projects that are planned with some very talented, experienced stitchers locally here in Tassie. So just keep your ears open for things like that. I have had word from Brendan and Karen from Fox and Rabbit Linen that they are currently getting my order organised. Yay! Very exciting. So that should be, I'm hoping, will be sent before Christmas, but I anticipate to be able to get that cut and ready and invoiced and sent out to all the orderers early in January. So that will be nice. I've got a massive Hoffman's order coming tomorrow, except I won't really be here tomorrow.
Is that where our pattern is?
No, that's another one. So I had a customer bring to my attention that the Plum Street samplers patterns on my website were all sold out, which I kind of, just so much going on, I don't realise half the time what's sold out, and there's a lot to keep up with. So if you're after anything, just let me know. The Scarlet Letter is what Melissa's been rambling on about.
I'd like that in my hot little hands, please, before
would.
Christmas.
I know you
Otherwise, I'll be visiting the shop while you're closed.
So there were some massive storms in Canada, which apparently held my order up without me realising it. I checked the tracking and it said that it was all on track and all fine, and then I went back a few days later and it wasn't all fine. So I emailed the supplier, and I have a feeling it's possibly even still sitting in Canada. Not sure. Hoping, fingers crossed, that it will be here this week, because as you know, online tracking isn't always accurate.
No.
Fingers
crossed, because that was meant to be my New Year's Day start.
Yeah, so that is the Peacock, Unicorn and Badger chart. Anne Grimshaw and Elizabeth Isles is in, and LML and anyway, another one.
Another weirdly named one.
Yeah. So that one hasn't arrived yet, but I won't be going anywhere over Christmas. I'll just keep an eye out for any deliveries and things like that. Look, there's a lot that I could ramble on and on and on about, but basically I'm closing the shop at 4 p.m. on the 22nd on Wednesday. That'll be the last day for the shop for the year. Reopening on January the 7th, which is a Friday. I will come in over the Christmas period on the 30th and pack online orders. So I will be posting right up to the 22nd, will be the last trip to the post office if you're not concerned about getting it before Christmas Day. And yeah, having a sleep in, a few sleep ins. Looking forward to some rest because I'm a bit tired.
Bit tired?
Yeah. It's been a massive year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really big year.
It's not over yet.
No, I know. So yes, there's always stuff going on. Always everything. But feel free to contact me, email me, ring me, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay.
That'll do. We've rambled on
That's
for
a
far
long
too
time.
long
That's
enough.
well over an hour.
Sorry.
Lot to say.
Yeah.
Next month will be worse. Because I have 20 whips next month. At least.
I don't.
Maybe more. Maybe 22 or 23.
No, I don't have. Well, I do, but I won't be working on that many.
Well, I'm playing Whip Wranglers this month, so that's work on 20 whips.
Okay. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, sign.
Merry Christmas
We
to
won
you.
with Peddler earlier.
Stay safe. All of that.
Yes.
Get lots of stitching done. Eat
Hope
lots
you
of
get
Christmas
lots
cake.
of stitchy kindness over Christmas.
Yep.
For presents.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Just some time with whoever you
Time
are.
with family and friends in this strange time that you can actually get together with family and friends.
Enjoy while you can.
Yeah, because who knows what's going to happen next year. As I read somewhere, do you realise that 2022 is 2022?
Two. Yeah.
Again, all over again. Yay! Let's hope not.
On that positive note.
Sorry.
That's all right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yes. See ya. Bye.